I mean, how their employees are satisfied. So when you deal with a new kind of a vendor, you need to find out how his employees are being treated. And that you, because every satisfied employee only can give a productive output at the workplace. And unfortunately, housekeeping and security are the two services in facilities management which everyone sees, whether you want it or not. You see the security guard, every employee of the company will see the security guard standing at the gate when he's coming. So his behavior will reflect a lot. And similarly, the housekeeping person, he will keep cleaning the lobbies and all that. So if he has to be cheerful, that means the company has to make sure that he is happy also. So it's even auditable. I mean, it can be auditable, and you should be proud and happy and feeling safe when somebody asks you this. Because we are all, playing with fire all the time. There can be doubts raised on integrity of any person at any time, particularly in the procurement process. And we have to come clean of that. That is our ultimate objective. Our efficiency and our integrity, integrity is more than efficiency across at any time in our lives. Because integrity will always stay with us. Efficiency can be improved and, always changed. A light-hearted example is, even Amitabh Bachchan, when he goes for any new film, he has to give an audition. Amitabh Bachchan's acting skills are undisputed. Everyone knows. But then still he has to give an audition, and that's a process. Just to confirm and check that, his skills are still intact. So something like that. Now the tender document also is a very important thing. Because tender document is the beginning, the basis of your services thereafter. What you specify in the tender will ultimately come into his proposal. And whatever comes in his proposal will go into the agreement. And then that will be followed on the ground. So if you want ABC, you have to specify ABC in tender. If you specify ABC in tender, you cannot expect DEF on ground. The PQQ questionnaire can be framed by business, because business knows about what to ask, what not to ask. Procurement may not be that much knowledgeable about that. However, this questionnaire need to be reviewed by procurement from a standard business governance perspective and then floated by them. The execution of everything should be done by procurement. That is a standard practice. Because if business deals directly with vendors anytime for such thing, then it becomes a slightly issue. In the tender submission, in the technical, you ask, even tender document, you can say, I want 1, 2, 3. So what you can say, give me your EHS policy. You have every right to ask, because you need to know, you are going to hand over your site, responsibility of your site to that person, that organization for next 1, 2, 3 years. And he has to do a good job out of it, and you need to be comfortable and confident about his capabilities. And for that, you have every right to ask him how he is going to manage the EHS aspect. There are some people who say sustainability is just a show. Nobody bothers about sustainability. In reality, it's only for the CSR activity and market name and something like that. Sorry to say this. But there are people who say that. Some people say it's a grave danger. You see climate change is happening, so many problems are there every day. So likewise. So the idea behind a committee is that every point of view is given equal weightage. Everything gets evened out. So all the extremes get balanced out in a committee, where you don't take a risk of getting somebody who is cheaper but not competent to do services for you, which is a big problem, which is a big headache, by the way. I mean, if you have experienced, getting a non-competent service provider because procurement has found it cheap and, they have deployed, it is like, you are in trouble all the time, because you will face the flack from your management all the time and you can't do anything about it. The target score should be challenging, but you want him to succeed, because if he fails, you also fail. It doesn't happen that service provider fails and you win. Either both of you win or both of you fail together. This is a broad level concept which many people don't understand at the client's lower level. I mean, sorry to say this, but at the client, the junior staff among the client, they behave as if they are the kings and they can rule over the service provider, which is not correct, because you are working as a team on the ground. And there are certain non-negotiable KPIs. There are non-negotiable KPIs are like statutory requirements, like safety. There is no compromise for safety. You may do a lot of cost cutting, across the board, whatever, but safety is never compromised. For example, elevator safety you cannot compromise. It will simply, play havoc with the working system.